Okay, question 3. We've got a curve given here, and the question is talking about the tangent and the normal to the curve at the point where x equals 2. Normally I'd probably do some kind of sketch here, but to be honest, I don't know what this curve is going to look like. This bit is quadratic, and here's a reciprocal function. So let's see if we can do this without sketching a curve. So we need to find the tangent and then the normal. So we're going to have to differentiate. So y equals x squared over 4 plus 2. Just bring the x to the top there. Now differentiate. So dy by dx is going to be 2 over 4. So that's x over 2 minus 2x minus 2. I'll write it like this because we're going to need to do a substitution in a minute, I think. Before doing that, it's probably a good idea to find the y value. So when x equals 2, we're probably going to need to find the y value in a minute. So let's just do that. So we'll get 2 squared over 4 plus 2 over 2 plus 1. So that's going to be 1 plus 1 plus 1. So y is going to equal 3. So we know this curve goes through the point 2, 3. Okay, going back to the left-hand side now. So when x equals 2, dy by dx is going to be 2 over 2 minus 2 over 2 squared. So dy by dx is going to be 1 minus a half, which is going to be a half. So that's the gradient of the tangent is a half, and that means the gradient of the normal is going to be minus 1 over that, which is going to be minus 2. So let's now find the equation of the tangent and the normal. Remember, we know the curve goes through that point there. So if we use y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, this is going to be y1 and this is going to be x1 over here. So we've got y minus 3 equals a half x minus 2, and multiply by 2 gives this. And so let's get y on its own. 2y is going to be x plus 4. So y is going to be a half x plus 2. Let's do similar for the normal. Y minus, we use the same point, the one circled in red up there. So y minus 3 equals minus 2, x minus 2. Y minus 3 equals minus 2x plus 4. And so y equals minus 2x plus 7. Okay, so we now have the equation. So this is the equation of the tangent. So we have the equation of the tangent here. We have the equation of the normal here. And I've forgotten what the question actually says now. Right, so we've got to calculate the area bounded by the tangent, the normal, and the x-axis. So I think we are going to need a sketch now. So this is the x-axis. The tangent is given by this, so it goes through plus 2. Goes through plus 2, and it has the gradient's half, so it's not particularly steep. So let's draw the tangent like this. So we've got y equals half x plus 2. Let's sketch the normal then. So the normal is given by this equation. So we know it's going to go through plus 7 up here, and it's going to have a negative gradient, something like that. Okay, so this is the normal, which is y equals minus 2x plus 7. Okay, so the question says find the area bounded by the tangent here, the normal, which is this line sloping down, and the x-axis. Okay, now I've got to admit, when I first did this question, I thought we were just finding this area here. But the question doesn't say anything about the y-axis. So because the question doesn't say anything about the y-axis, we actually want to find this whole region here. So this will be the region bounded by the tangent, the normal, and the x-axis. So in order to find that area, we need the key values of the graph. This point over here will be where this equals 0. So you can see that will happen when x equals 3.5. This value over here will be where this equals 0. So you can see that would happen when x is minus 4. If you're not sure about that, then just put it equal to 0 and solve it. So that would be a half x. So it's plus a half x. So there'll be a half x equals minus 2, and so x is going to be minus 4. So that's that point we need to know. The other thing we need to know is the height of this triangle. It's just a triangle, so as long as we find the height of the triangle and the base, we can work out the area. Now that height there, this cross is where the two the tangent and the normal meet, but we already know that is the point 2, 3. So because we know that's the point 2, 3, we know this height here, height is going to equal 3. Okay, so now we've got a triangle. We just need to work out the base times the height and half it. This distance here will be 7.5. So the area we want is a half the base times the height, which is a half times by 7.5 times by 3, and that's gonna be half of 22.5, so that is 11.25, or you could say it's 45 over 4, or 11 1/4. So that's the area we wanted in this question.